So I thought today I would show you a tour of the family room. It's really dark in here right now. There we go. We have the back door over here, and next to the back door I have a shelf, and underneath it I have a bench with shoes. Underneath it I have a basket to hold the shoes, and then of course some more. I need to get a bigger basket. And then I have a basket here that holds all my garden gloves, because of course right out that door right there is my garden. And then, hey, there's Shelby girl. We have this big room over here, which is the family room. Starting with the sofa in the middle, and then over here we've got the entertainment center, which my husband built probably 10 years ago right now, and it's worked out really well. He started with 2 stock shelves from a store, and then he built this cabinet between, and then the shelves below for all the components. But yeah, it has worked out really well for us. And then of course I have these little spaces in which to decorate. And then over here we have a speaker, so I tried to somewhat make that look nice, a little nicer. We have a little stool with some faux flowers on it, and a little chicken wire coach that I made a while back. So that there, and then on the other side of the entertainment center, I have some more stuff in the decorating to make it cutesy. And then over here I have a DIY chicken wire frame that I made a while back. I've got one right here, and then you probably recognize that I have one over there by the door also, just to kind of make the whole space a little more cohesive. Alright, and then moving on, we've got the fireplace, which I really don't do much with at all. I have these hand-painted arrows that I made, and then you can see here we've got a projection screen that comes down over the fireplace, and we can watch our big screen movies there. And to the side I just have a basket filled with some pillows, because you can never have too many pillows. And then on the other side, my obsession with lanterns is shown off. I have a little red stool with a couple of my lanterns sitting there, and then I have battery operated candles inside there, so that they will and they come on every night about 10 o'clock, and it makes the room look cozy. And then next to that I have the kids gaming center, and above the gaming center I have these caricatures framed that I had done at a campground when we were on a family vacation, and I just think they're so cute, a little something quirky and fun. But the gaming station itself is relatively new. We have a TV on top with an old dresser, and I made shelves. I have a tutorial on this, I'll link below. A basket off to the side. I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in there. And then I have an old wash tub over here that holds our blankets and stuff like that. So then we also have this area over here, which is kind of like the kids' desk area. I kind of call it the library area. So we've got the desk here at Chase Lounge, and then off to the side we've got some shelves with books and stuff like that. So the kids like to lay on here, read their books, or get onto YouTube or watch movies or whatever. So I just have a whole stack of pillows so you can get nice and comfy. And then of course a little quilted what do you call it? Throw blanket, I guess. And then over here at the desk area, we've got a whiteboard over here that the kids fill up with everything. So funny. And then over here I have a few items like a lamp, a clock, a old hotel bell, and then a picture frame. And I have it all kind of gathered together on this old so the silverware box, you know, where you open up and it's got all your flatware in it. I bought it at the thrift store and painted it up, and now I just store like stationery and stuff that I don't need to use all the time in there. And then off to the side over here I have some flowers in a really cool basket. I love these twig baskets. And then of course I have a chalkboard, a little baby chalkboard, and then a jar covered with what do you call it? Chicken wire, which is really easy to do. You just kind of wrap it around. I don't know if you can see it right now. There you go. You just wrap the chicken wire around it, and then just kind of mush the ends together, and it makes a little seam, and then I think it just looks a little cutesy. So we've got some decorative scissors that we keep in there, or sometimes there's pens or markers or something in there for the kids to use. And then this is all corralled. This stuff is all corralled on this rustic tray that I made. I have a video on how to make this also, if you're interested. I really like to have a spot for the decorative stuff and then leave the big space open for the kids to actually do something at and not have to worry about my decorating stuff getting in the way. But this desk itself is a hand-me-down from my mother-in-law, which it used to be painted blue, but I painted it white years ago. It's looking like it needs another paint job, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then this chair right here is super cool. I know the color isn't very cool, but I just think it is the coolest chair ever. And it is super comfortable. So eventually I will recover it, I think. Or maybe see if I can paint the vinyl, but the vinyl is in such good condition. And then of course it twirls like this, and I just think it's so cool. It reminds me of like a dentist chair or a doctor's chair or a lab chair or something like that, you know what I mean? So anyways, I thought that was really cool. I found that at a thrift store also. So moving on, then we have this area over here where I've got another sofa, a shelf, and then a little decorative shelf up here. And this is mainly the couch that the kids will sit on when they want a game, but then you can also watch TV or the movies from up there. So it works out nice just to have it kind of like this. But on the shelf over here, I just have some collection of things. Another chicken wire clutch that I made a while back. Some old metal containers. And this kind of area is kind of like my what do you call it? Camping inspired area, because we love to go camping, and we mostly go camping in Wisconsin. So I have some Wisconsin things, and then some framed playing cards, which I think are really cool, and some rocks that we found when we were out camping and four-wheeling. Little four-wheeling photograph. Isn't that a cool bridge that we were going across? I just think it's so cool. This was from years ago. There's my little Jazzy riding her four-wheeler. And then I have a little camping sign and a little log cabin piggy bank. And then I found these adorable bookends, little deer bookends. I think they're so cute. So I'm using that to corral some vintage books. And then down here we kind of get more into the kids stuff. We've got kids books here, little kids books over here for my nieces and nephews. And I kind of separate them with this old travel suitcase that I have some like CDs and stuff stored in. And then down here we've got some toys, because we still have nieces and nephews that come over. And some Legos. And then of course the bottom two has got more. And then this little area I used to have hanging up in my the shelf I made, oh I don't know, a year or two ago. I used to have it hanging over in my craft area, but I recently moved it over here and I filled it up with things that I like. Here's some numbers, little things like that. And I really like dog figures, so I have pictures, dog figures, clocks, more clocks and dog figures. Oh no, this little puppy has fallen over. We better pick him up. There you go. And then I found this itty bitty book. Isn't this just adorable? It's like a dictionary, like a Spanish or a English-German dictionary. Yeah, dictionary. I think it's so cute, and it's red, so I mean, of course I'm gonna love it. And then I have an old photograph of a really cool plane. Bought that for my husband, and he's like, eh, whatever. So now it's mine. And then of course another picture, and then another rock from our four-wheeling travels. And then the final little area has another picture and some more little puppies. So yeah, so that is pretty much the room. And then of course we've got the couch and a table next to it, and then underneath the table is the messy dog bed area. She loves being underneath there. It's like her little cocoon. Right now she's sitting over here looking for squirrels and birds. Aren't you? Are you looking for birdies? Yeah. I bet you they're out there. Yeah. And then over here is the final part of the room, and this is my craft area. Down this way there's another computer room, or my husband's room on the other side of this wall. Laundry room is down the hallway, and then we have a bathroom over here. And over here we have a cabinet. This door just goes to storage, so I put a pillow on this old vintage chair. Right now the pillowcase is getting washed, so you can't see that. But it's a really cool old chair, and I really, really love it. So we just kind of move that around wherever we need it. And then I have this area right here. It's like wall planking, or what do you call it? It's kind of like an old doors. I made it to look like a old barn door sort of thing. Normally has a wreath hanging on it, but I'm using the wreath somewhere else right now, so it's just blank. And then I have a few items. Another electric candle that comes on by itself for the evenings, and then just a few things, vintage clock and stuff. And then the cabinet that it is sitting in, this is where we keep all the kids' games and stuff like that. So then over here, and this is my chair that I sometimes sit at, especially if I'm like doing hand sewing. And sometimes I sit here and read a book, not very often though. But then I have this old typewriter table sitting next to it, which the kids have moved my stuff around. I just have a candle. I love this candle from Bath & Body Works, Twisted Peppermint. I know it's supposed to be for Christmas, but it smells so good. And then I have a jar full of embroidery floss because I'm constantly wanting some, using it, so I just left it out. And then I have an old camera there for decoration. And then above this area, I have put 2 shelves for me just to kind of show off some of the things that I really, really love. So a few photos that I've taken. This is a picture that my daughter Emily drew, and then my favorite CD at the time. I cannot get enough of this. I will listen to it all day, every day. It is amazing. And some more pictures. I took this picture too, and then a clock. And then down on this one, I have another picture I took. These were from the dollar section at Christmas at Target. I really like them. And then, of course, the Adele CD. I mean, you have to have that. And it's such a gorgeous picture of her that I decided to put it up here because I listen to that a lot also. And then I have a picture from my other daughter, Jasmine. I love this picture that she drew. She probably drew this for me. Oh, it's getting a bad glare. A couple of years ago. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. And then another picture that I've taken. And then a candle lantern. So then we get to the spot where I do all of my crafting and stuff like that. It's looking dark today. This room is not very good for sunlight because it's on the back side of the house. There you go. I guess I don't need to have this out. I should be using this. My little tripod. I'll just move that off to the side. So we have a bench here in front of it. And then the desk itself is a 2-piece desk that I found at a garage sale 2 years ago, I think. And it has worked out perfectly. One side's the console table, so it's got all the drawers. It's got 4 drawers and then 2 big drawers, or cabinets. And then, so that's the console part. And this is the desk part. And then, of course, you know, you got your desk drawers, stuff like that. So this is where I keep all of my, like, craft supplies. Over here I've got all my sewing supplies, stuff like that. And it works out amazing. So putting the two together, back to back, made me this huge work surface that is looking really nice and neat right now, but normally it's just covered with projects. But yeah, I really, really like how this turned out. And these things are so heavy that I can't move them myself. I always have to have people help me move them. And then over here I've corralled a few things in an old Pepsi crate, like little bits of fabric that I still want to use, some yarn, colored pencils. There's my seeds that I need to plant, some thread, stuff like that. And then over here, oh, here we go. I use an old, what do you call it? Toolbox and some mason jars to corral all of my paintbrushes, glue sticks, you know, tools, screwdrivers, wire cutters, paintbrushes, scissors, everything's down in there. I also have back tucked in there, you can see I got an ink pad and some sandpaper. So this thing just works awesome, just to corral all the little stuff that I need to have in order to do my work. And then over here in this section, I have a basket with some pillows in it, and then this is a ironing board that I made myself a while back. It works really nice. I can just put it up on the table. Oop. I just put it up on the table, then I can iron and press whatever I need to do. And then this little area, I have a teeny tiny little shelf, which I keep my drill on top because I am always using it. It seems like I use it on a daily basis. So it never gets put away. So I just decided that's where it's gonna go. And then on the shelf itself, I've just corralled, you know, safety pins, buttons, more buttons, ribbons, and jars, and there's some hooks down there that I need to start that I have for a project I'm working on. So this is like all my little bits and pieces that I need. Nice and handy right there. So yeah, and then of course I forgot to show you the lamp. I bought this lamp shade at IKEA. It was on sale, I don't know, maybe back in December. And it just kind of, you know, hangs, and then you can see the cord over there. I need to get it tucked back into the corner a little better, but I absolutely love this lampshade. And it's great because it makes my workspace super nice and bright when I want to work, especially in the middle of the night. Oh, and then one more thing I need to show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. But I found these vintage, like, State Fair prize ribbons. Oh, I don't know, a little while ago. So I thought I didn't know what to do with them, so I just kind of hung them up there. And they kind of work as a little decorative treatment. And I have another one up over there. It's really dark, you probably can't see it. Shelby girl is ready to go outside. So I will let her outside. And I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, no, she's not going to go outside. Anyways. Alright, so that is my room. I will give you one more quick look at the room as a whole. There you go. Alright, so that's it. That is the end of the tour. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.